Hi, my name is Kenny, and I'm going to be talking about the philosophical approaches to ethics. The Freeman Doctrine. Milton Friedman believed the social responsibilities of businesses is to increase profits. He also believes that social investments should not be mandatory, but if shareholders do wish to use their proceeds to make social investments, that is their right. He also says that if businesses obey laws, they are considered ethical businesses. The main argument against Friedman's doctrines are, for example, child labor laws. In many developing countries, child labor is considered ethical and legal. So the question comes down to if they are following their nation's laws, does that law make it ethical or unethical? The four theories I'll be discussing about in this video would be the Kant's theory, the utilitarian theory, rights theory, and justice theory. So the first theory is Kantian ethics by Immanuel Kant. He believes that people should be treated as ends and never purely as means to the ends of others. He believed that there was a supreme principle of morality and referred it to as the categorical imperative. What the categorical imperative is an unconditional moral obligation, which is binding in all circumstances and is not dependent on a person's indication or purpose. An example of Kant's theory is employing people in sweatshops. If people are employing people in sweatshops and paying them low wages, he believes that this is unethical. But if you were employing them to work long hours and pay them reasonable pay, he believes this was ethical. The utilitarian theory. The utilitarian approach to ethic holds that the moral worth of actions or practices is determined by their consequences. They believe in the maximization of good and the minimization of harm. What this basically means is that something is moral or good when it produces the greatest amount of good for the greatest amount of people. An example of the utilitarian theory in business ethics would be such as pharmaceutical companies distributing drugs that has a known side effect to a certain amount of people. In the utilitarian theory, they believe that if the drug can help more people than harm people, then that is morally ethical. The third theory is the rights theory. The rights theory recognizes that human beings have fundamental rights and privileges that transcend national boundaries and cultures. The major rights that people have are legal rights, human rights, and contractual rights. With the rights theory, an action or decision would be considered ethically correct, if it respects the rights of others. The one major limitation of the rights theory is that there is no hierarchy of rights. So it is difficult to become an ethically so it is difficult to come to an ethically correct decision or an action where the right of one person results in the right of another being breached, such as someone expressing their freedom of speech but affecting the workplace discrimination of a right of another person. The last theory is John Rawls' theory, the justice theory. The justice theory focuses on the attainment of a just distribution of economic goods and services. A just distribution is one that is considered fair and equitable. So under the justice theory, an ethically correct decision or action is one that is fair or results in equality. So, So in order for businesses to operate with one another, it is important to establish a system of moral and ethical beliefs that guides the values and behaviors and decisions of a business organizations and the individuals within the organization. By learning these four different philosophical theories, when we approach ethical dilemmas, we can use them to make better and more moral decisions in the business world. Thank you.